Friends, we must do more. On any given night in America, 553,000 people are homeless. They are men, women, and children. They are single and married. They are from every ethnic group. They come from a wide variety of economic and social backgrounds, and every one of their stories is unique. In short, they are just like us. And while the reasons for their plight run the gamut, even the briefest visit to some of the cities in our country will convince you that the problem is getting worse. In fact, it's an epidemic. The United States Department of Housing and Urban Development has reported that between 2016 and 2017 alone, the number of unsheltered homeless, that is, those who are not in a shelter of any kind, grew by 9%. 9%. So around many of our most magnificent buildings, those soaring monuments to American industry and commerce of which we are so justly proud, you'll find a collection of small tents. Hidden away in isolated urban pockets, you'll encounter desperate little communities built with cardboard and blue tarps. And scattered across the landscape, in big cities and small towns alike, you'll find people living in their cars. I could go on. I could wax eloquent about the tragic findings of the 2017 Annual Homeless Assessment Report, which found that the fastest growing segment of the homeless population is families. And don't get me started about the kids. According to a recent study by Covenant House, more than 2 million kids are homeless at some point every year. That's 2 million lives that will be forever changed and perhaps forever scarred because they had no place to call home. But I will be brief. We must do something about it, and we must do it now. Ever since our founder William Booth penned in Darkest England and the Way Out, the Salvation Army has been a leader in fighting both the causes and effects of homelessness. We know this work. There is simply no other organization today that has the heritage, the experience, the geographic reach, the organizational infrastructure, and the personnel to address this crisis like the Salvation Army. None. That's why, beginning this year, I'm asking that we commit ourselves to a big goal. I'm asking that we commit ourselves to doubling our impact on homelessness. By virtue of our calling and our mission, you and I bear a special responsibility to do more for those who are struggling on the streets. Indeed, I believe that we have a duty to assume a leadership role. We must show a new generation that there is a way out. Whether it's developing programs that prevent homelessness, operating emergency shelters, opening transitional housing facilities, or building permanent supportive housing, we must act. And don't ever think that this is just about big projects. It's not. Combating homelessness is even more about the PB&J sandwiches that are handed out each week by our young people at Revolution Hawaii. It's about serving coffee as part of a brew crew. And it's about inviting someone who's been sleeping outside your core to come inside for a few minutes and just talk. It's simply about living out the demanding simplicity of the gospel, the powerful message of Christ and Him crucified. Join me, friends. With God's help, we can do this.